Cold people are feared because they're unreadable. No outbursts, no warnings, no hesitation. They act without emotion. They remember everything and explain nothing. Their silence creates tension. Their presence breaks routines. Every move is calculated. Every word is intentional. They aren't loud. They're exact. Machiavelli didn't write about kindness. He studied how power survives. In his world, hesitation is weakness. Fairness is a weapon used against you. Only those who stay detached can navigate a world built on betrayal. This isn't cruelty. This is structure. Emotional distance creates clarity. Clarity gives power. Cold people don't collapse under pressure. They don't trade control for connection. They focus on results. They keep leverage. They finish what others are too hesitant to start. This is how power is preserved, and this is why cold people win. The political world Machiavelli lived in was violent, deceptive, and constantly shifting. Empires were built and destroyed through whispers, assassinations, and betrayals. He didn't admire bravery. He respected survival. Those who lasted were not the most passionate. They were the most disciplined. The cold strategist remains stable in disorder. He does not panic when plans fail. He adjusts. He moves pieces while others freeze. Every outburst is a distraction. Every emotional decision increases exposure. Cold minds eliminate noise. They focus only on the outcome. They can spend years waiting for the right moment without showing desperation. That level of patience comes from detachment, not indecision. Cold minds play the long game. This is how rulers survive revolts, rumors, and rivals. They respond only when the result is guaranteed. When someone shows anger, they give up information. When they show desire, they show where to apply pressure. Every reaction is a signal. A cold individual offers no signals. Their responses are measured. Their tone is flat. Their decisions are built over time, not impulse. Machiavelli observed this in the most powerful figures of his era. The ones who remained feared gave nothing away. Power is not about what you show. It's about what others assume. A leader who keeps emotion hidden forces others into missteps. The people around him stay cautious. They hesitate before speaking. They second-guess their own words. That uncertainty becomes control. Every uncertain step by the enemy is a victory for the cold strategist. Once emotion enters the equation, consistency is gone. The strategy dissolves. Leadership built on warmth creates comfort. Leadership built on structure creates stability. Machiavelli understood that rulers who indulge personal attachments become vulnerable. They protect the wrong people. They tolerate failure. They delay punishment. Cold leaders apply consequences without apology. They don't explain justice. They don't entertain arguments. Their presence communicates finality. People fall in line when the rules are fixed. They obey when exceptions disappear. Cold authority removes favoritism. It creates order by eliminating negotiation. That type of control doesn't inspire affection. It creates silence, and silence is the sound of dominance. When people know what will happen and know it cannot be stopped, they follow. The cold leader gives certainty, and certainty builds lasting authority. Machiavelli was clear. Fear is not chaos. Fear is order. A ruler must ensure loyalty. Affection is unreliable. Gratitude fades, but fear remains. It must be managed with precision. Punishment must be swift. Disloyalty must be addressed once, decisively. Dragging out consequences signals indecision. Repeating warnings signals weakness. The cold ruler never repeats himself. Fear works because it creates a boundary. The people know where the line is. they don't test it. This form of fear doesn't require screaming or violence. It requires action without hesitation. Fear also prevents chaos by eliminating doubt. When subjects know that betrayal leads to immediate and predictable results, rebellion becomes rare. Stability is preserved by the shadow of consequence. Emotional entanglement clouds judgment. The more attached a leader becomes, the more he rationalizes mistakes. Cold people can walk away from anything that threatens their control. That freedom gives them dominance in any interaction. They don't beg for cooperation. They don't force relationships to work. They don't cling to positions that no longer serve them. Machiavelli wrote for those who ruled states, but his principle applies to any hierarchy: family, workplace, government, war. Those who are least attached have the most freedom to maneuver. Their choices are clear because no emotion clouds the path. Detachment is the ability to remain still when provoked and remain sharp when everyone else is distracted. The strategist with emotional distance can see every angle, while the emotional leader sees only his own. In any room, the person who speaks less is watched more. Machiavelli knew the power of mystery. A ruler who says too much becomes predictable. A ruler who holds back forces everyone else to guess. Silence is not passive. It's tactical. It lets others overextend. It makes enemies underestimate your preparation. Cold individuals use silence like a blade. They don't waste it on casual reassurance. When they speak, they shift direction. When they act, they change outcomes. In a culture obsessed with explanation, the one who reveals nothing becomes a threat. Unpredictability becomes armor. Mystery becomes influence. The fewer answers you give, the more power others assign to you. That's the nature of cold presence. Machiavelli did not believe rulers should act out of virtue. He believed they should act out of necessity. Cold leaders calculate the effect of every move. They don't ask if it feels right. They ask if it works. This mindset removes inner conflict. There is no need for moral validation. There is only the goal and the cleanest route to reach it. Precision creates simplicity. Every decision either strengthens your position or weakens it. The rest is noise. That clarity becomes terrifying to others, because most people are ruled by guilt and fear. The cold strategist is ruled only by structure. Where the moral leader hesitates, the cold strategist completes the action. Outcomes matter more than sentiment. Mercy is not a weakness when used strategically. A cold ruler uses mercy when it increases leverage. He grants favor when it reinforces loyalty. He forgives when it places the forgiven in permanent debt. The act is not emotional, it's political. The person who receives it remembers who spared them. That memory becomes a leash. A warm person forgives to be liked. A cold one forgives to establish rank. The message is clear. I allowed you to remain. Don't forget who holds the authority. Forgiveness becomes a mark of dominance, not compassion. It's a reminder of the power you chose not to use, this time. A kingdom does not fall from outside attack. It falls from internal decay. Machiavelli watched rulers fall because they trusted too easily, gave too freely, and ignored betrayal when it appeared early. The cold ruler watches everything. He doesn't dismiss warnings. He doesn't tolerate disobedience. He responds the first time. His strength isn't found in force. It's found in readiness. He sees problems long before they arrive. He corrects behavior before it spreads. While others believe problems will fix themselves, the cold strategist removes them by force of will. Collapse is prevented by constant pruning. Cold leaders survive because they are never caught off guard. They expect the betrayal and they are prepared for it. Machiavelli didn't fantasize about power. He dissected it. He removed every illusion and exposed how it really works. People who carry emotion into strategy lose position. They trust too soon, speak too quickly, and react too strongly. Cold people remain steady. They move without distraction. They punish without guilt. They build structures that protect power, not personalities. Their silence breaks momentum. Their presence reshapes the room. Their actions leave no gaps. This is not a style. This is survival. Cold people win because they never place emotion above control. They never make deals with chaos. They never hesitate when it's time to act. Power bends to those who are ready to outlast the storm and walk away without looking back.